So this is Baruch here at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel, and these are very dark days for the Jewish people. It's not something that's new for us, unfortunately, but in my life growing up as a baby boomer, everything was just, the very best of everything here in the United States. Now we see how dangerous the world is and that it's coming our way, as usual. So this is Parshas BREISHIT, and using the Zohar Matak B'Devash. I hope to spend some time learning Zohar. It's the most important thing we can do, I think, at this time. I'm not the world's greatest learner. I really am trying to learn it myself. So let's take a look at what we have here. This is like, the Zohar begins with a HAKDAMAH. Now the HAKDAMAH is not short. We'll work on it this week. The HAKDAMAH Zohar begins like this, and we'll read the Zohar, I guess as best we can, across the top. And then we'll go back into the Matak B'Devash and start picking up some of the ideas. But the HAKDAMAH of the Zohar, of course, has to do with Parshas BREISHIT too. Rabbi Cheskia, Rabbi Elazar, so he said, so the Zohar itself has the word Rabbi Cheskia. And then he says there's another nusach, another possible. It's possible that it also includes the name of Rabbi Elazar. He said at the pasuk he began to speak, and he said this, Ksiv, and this is in Shir Hashem, Kashoshana bein hahochim. We are like a rose between the thorns. Man Shoshana. So what does he mean when he says rose? Dal Knesset Yisrael, this refers to Malchus. So Knesset Yisrael is another word for Malchus, but let's just translate it as it is. This refers to the assembly of the Jewish people. Begin the Is Shoshana, the Is Shoshana, and he writes the Matak B'Devash adds into that. There's such a thing as a Shoshana, and then there's another Shoshana. So what kind of Shoshana are you talking about? Ma Shoshana de'ihi bein hachuchim. What rose do we talk about that lives within the thorns? Is be sumaka bihivura. Well, there is a certain species which is red and white. Uf Knesset Yisrael, but this is also true of this concept called the Knesset Yisrael, which I said refers to the sphere of Malchus. Isba din v'rachamim, it has dinim, but it also has mercy. Ma Shoshana isba tleiser olim, so he says, look, just like you have a Shoshana, a rose, that it has 13 petals. Now, I can't say that 13 leaves, but I think he means petals, I'm not sure. Actually, I have some roses here I could count. Of Knesset Yisrael is beit leisach and mekilin the rachamim, so also, therefore, we also have the 13 meters of rachamim, the machmanis, the sachranim, le mikol, the sitroha that surrounded on all sides. Of Elokim, the Hacha, B'Shata, the Idkar, but also the word Elokim, that we're going to see Elokim, it's a big word in Parshas BREISHIT. He says, Of Elokim, the Hacha, Mishata, the Idkar, Afik, Tleiser, Tevin, L'Sachra, the Knesset Yisrael. When you say them, the Hacha, Mishata, Idkar, when it's mentioned, we'll see what the Matak B'Devash will translate this for us. It'll help us out more. Apik Tleiser Tevim, it brings out 13 different words. The Sachla, the Knesset Yisrael, to surround the Knesset Yisrael, L'Natrala, and also to guard her. Now, Knesset Yisrael is Malchus, so we know that if we're reading this, we know that we're dealing with the system of 10 spheros. So let's go on and see a little bit more. So the Matak B'Devash begins his Pirush. And people really should publicize what happened. He's a Holocaust survivor. He went through different miracles and devoted his whole life to the study of Zohar. As a person that I would characterize in my Ashkenazi background as a person from a Satmar background. He said, Ve'ezes Hashem askel la'atik Mahamafarshim biurim kalim. I'm going to try to begin to explain, to bring explanations that are light. In other words, I think it means easy. Al Zohar Kodesh, from this holy Zohar Kodesh, sheyihya muvan lehorotzim bekirvus Hashem. So there should be understandable. That's what we're trying to do. If people want to get closer to Hashem, he says, I'm going to bring this down, lower to your level. The tone nofus tzuf, in order to be able to feel the fragrances of beautiful scents. Metikus Kedushas Zohar HaKadosh, from the sweetness that we found in the Kedusha, that's this holy Zohar. V'yah Hashem Elokeinu imano, so let it be that Hashem Elokeinu will be with us. V'azreinecha al davar kamod shemo, and then he'll help us. Help us in regards to the kavod, the honor, the glory of his holy name, and then really save us too at the same time. This is his prayer. From different mistakes, different kinds of mistakes. And all different kinds of stumbling blocks, opinions and things that will hold us back. And etc. Let it be acceptable to you. So I said the same thing. I'm way down here, reading these words of the Matuk, but I'm thinking also I make mistakes too. That Hashem should forgive me for the shapes and the ideas that I say that don't work out. So the Shem Yichud Kucha Barichu Shkinte. So this is called this talks right away. Wants to talk about pray for Yichud with Hashem. The Yichud Shalim B'Shem called Yisrael, in a complete and total Yichud for all the Jewish people, Asos Nachas Ruach L'Chabari Yisbarach Shemo, in order to bring a sweet scent to the Bori, to the ultimate source of creation, Yisbarach Shemo, may his name be blessed. Noam Hashem Elokeinu, this is a language of this sweetness of Hashem, of the name of Hashem Elokeinu. Let's go over it. So let that sweetness be onto and the work of our hands, what we're doing now. Let it establish for us and then let this work of the hands, I guess, come together. We'll see that in another place, all the different definitions and ramifications of those phrases. Now the Matuk writes like this. Everything that was created by Kodesh Baruch Hu, they're all signs, they're all hints, different kinds of allusions to inyanim v'nizgavim, very, very high, very ethereal, almost non-physical ideas, and then through them. And so this we can make motion, we can make comparisons in our minds. We could use this, the fantasy quality of our thinking, so therefore, what we're about to get into here, we're going to bring three different kinds of comparison. The word Knesset Yisrael, which we said at the beginning of this year, refers to the Shechina, which is Malchus and Nikra Shoshana, and in this case, the metaphor is that the Shoshana is called, that the Shechina is called by the name of Shoshana. Doime lo Shoshana Chagashmis, it's similar to a physical rose. Sheyesh Bal Gimel Gavanim, that has within it two different colors. What are the colors? One color is white, lavan, and the other color is red, v'adam. V'yesh la yud gimel farachim, it has 13 petals. V'yesh la chamisha al alkim yerukim, so he says, not like I said, he says, v'yesh la chamisha alim yerukim, it has 5 alim, which are leaves that are green. So I guess he means, yeah, that's right. Hasovim also, that surrounds it. So if you have a rose, you understand that he says there's 5 green leaves underneath. in order to guard it from thorns. It's full of thorns, is the thing about the rose bush. The dugmaza b'shkina. So similar to this is similar to the skina sheyesh based on hagos, that it has two different kinds of ways that it acts. One is white, which is the concept of chesed, and one is red, which is the kind of gevura. Shehem bechinas lavan ve'edem, white and red. Umakabelas yud gimel midos, and that white-red quality receives the 13 midas of rachamim me'ima that come from ima. V'od mekabelas me'ima. So not only that, but it receives from ima chamisha chasadim, 5 sweet spots. V'yidei zechu neshameres mechitzonim, and for this way it's able to guard itself in the chitzonim. And I apologize, I got deeply involved in it, and I didn't move this easily over the page. So if you could take a picture of it or hold it or something like that, I don't know what you would do. I'm just not that competent. I wish I was. This is Baruch Fleischman, and this is the Tikkun Elevator Kollel, and we're starting our series now in Parshas BREISHIT. Introduction, that is HAKDAMAH.